Hey, hi students, how are you all? So this is Sai Kiran from LetsUpgrade. Hi all, every one of you. So this is Sai Kiran from LetsUpgrade, and okay, so someone is asking already the question which I ask every time. So from which city you all guys are joining us? So please tell us that one single thing so that we can take you all guys on the ride of learning artificial intelligence and machine learning. Hi everyone, so this is Sai Kiran from LetsUpgrade, and I welcome every one of you to our AI ML program, which we are doing. It's a like essentials program which we are offering right now for 6 days, continuously every day, 1.5 hours live. So yeah, so everyone, hi. So I can see certainly there are like near about 100 people in the live in my console. So I just wanted to know that how many of you are actually live and all. Just please tell me something. Uh, yeah. So I hope that every one of you are able to see me. Okay. So guys, I mean, I just want to like first of all ask you this one of the burning question: why you guys want to learn artificial intelligence and machine learning? Why you all guys want to learn artificial intelligence and machine learning? Please answer me this question in the chat, and we will be taking it ahead with our follow-up questions and all. Okay. So yeah. So please answer me this whole question. Why you guys want to like literally learn AI ML, and what's the reason behind it? So please tell me in the chat. I'm actually waiting for your this answer because it is interesting. Future technology. Yep, you are CEO of LetsUpgrade. I can bet. Yep, I am actually. So I'm Sai Kiran, and I have today's trainer and Gargi here. So Gargi is our program coordinator. So she is the person who will be representing you all guys and asking questions to our trainer. In the meantime, I have Govind sir here. Govind sir, if at all you can, I mean, turn on your camera if possible. So Govind sir is the trainer who will be taking our AI ML per se. So he is very much experienced in this field. When I say experience, he's literally very much way more experienced than anyone who is maybe teaching out their AI ML. He works for MNC company right now, and he also like I mean he actually upgraded more than 2,000 plus students at LetsUpgrade learning AI ML. That's what the contribution from Govind sir is for AI ML. And now today he's starting one new batch with certain set of students. So I just welcome every one of you on board here. Just guys, complete your whole journey. This is the starting. We have a lot more things for you guys planned up to go ahead and work with. Okay, so now let me introduce you to Gargi. Gargi is our program coordinator. When I say program coordinator, she is the person who is representing you all guys on the live. You will not be able to ask all your questions or like get answers. So that's why I mean Gargi organizes it, and she will be like asking to Govind sir. Yep. So Govind sir, what are your views on this whole batch? What is that you want to like tell to these all students who are currently live and attending your class?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sai. So, yeah, Hal, meaning, so, and everybody knows today technology goes in a way artificial intelligence, automations, exploring like anything. So, industry are expecting without human intervention wanted to do all the thing in our automations. So when you want to do automations, we have to train our machine in such a way machine has to be reacted so that automation started. So when automation starts abruptly, the manufacturing and automobile sectors, the things are going to be much easier than before anything. And so this AIML is going to be a flavor of all the technologies, irrespective of the domain, like where you are in. Maybe you might be from electronics, you might be from computers, or you might be from mechanical. Irrespective of all the background, this is going to be a mandatory flavor for all the aspects. So.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is I don't want to take or tell you something more on right now. We'll go and discuss everything in terms of algorithm and how you can able to train your machine in such a way you can be automate as of your wish, right?
Yeah.
So I'm I'm very glad to introduce you all. Like this program is going to be a definitely it's going to be eye open for you all in terms of machine learning and artificial intelligence, deep learning, and everything. So we'll explore like anything, right? So
Yep.
rest we can discuss in the sessions.
Yep, sir.
And
Yep. Govind, sir, one of the question which I want actually, we can take it ahead. That question which I'm getting from the person is Devendra Singh. So he's asking, this session is going to be on more theoretical side, or this session is going to be on more project driven side?
see, this essential is not going to be a project driven, which is completely going to be a fundamentals. See, without having the fundamentals, definitely you can't go and explore. Though you are exploring the projects, you can't get everything clearly.
Yeah.
So the essential is completely make you understand what exactly ML, what exactly DL, what exactly the artificial intelligence, what is the discrimination, and how about data. See, when we are all live in the information ages, how the informations are going to be retrieved in a pool of the sources, and how it is going to be make use of in terms of any forecasting model. So this session is completely the fundamentals, and we'll be discussing the essential part of all the advanced and master professional levels. So this
Yeah.
is going to be a brainstorming session for all the rest of the entire AML program.
Yep. Thanks a lot, sir, for clarifying on that. And now, guys, I want you guys to meet Shoaib also. Shoaib is going to be our today on-screen moderator for the whole session, along with Gargi. So these two are the people who will be taking down your questions and asking sir as in when it is coming up. And yeah, guys, so all the best. First and foremost thing, put in your what we say attendance form on time. Second thing, we have a surprise gift for the people who just put their attendance on all the 7 days, and you have to just pass the exam, and you will be able to be there having your like swag in hand. And we already used to do Google Home Mini and like Ecos for the previous batches. Now this batch onwards, we wanted to go and customize the swags and all. Okay, so all the best, everyone. So this is a part of our big program. You start learning here. You can be a part of our master level developer programs which we are launching very soon. So just go ahead, fill in your attendance form, attend your classes. You can attend it in live or you can attend it in recording. It's totally up to you. So just go ahead, complete. That's the only thing which I want to say. And all the best, guys. Now I will be backstage, and Shoaib, Gargi, and Govind sir are here. Gargi, all okay? I think you're mute, Gargi.
Yeah, hi everyone. Am I
Yeah.
audible, sir?
Yes. You're totally audible. So, yep, Gargi, and
Okay.
you can
Hello
take it up.
everyone. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
So,
So hi
okay, go.
everyone. As sir already gave an introduction of me, so I'll be representing all of you, and please feel free to ask any number of questions you want. Just feel free to write it in the comment section, and we'll also make sure that we like raise all your doubts to sir, and I'll make sure that all your doubts are getting solved. And yeah, let's do it.
Amazing, Gargi, amazing. Okay, so now you can share your screen and Shoaib can be there. Shoaib, take care of this whole thing. My battery is dying. I'm going to be switched off very soon.
Sure, sir.
Okay? So, yeah, I
Sure,
don't
sir.
know. My mind is telling it's like only 2% remaining. So, guys, bye, guys. I'll be like meeting you all in the chat section via my mobile. So, yes, sir, over to you. Yep.
Yeah,
Share
so
your.
thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Uh, yeah, thank you. And guys, give me a minute. I'll be sharing my screen. Then we start to discuss something on the essential part. Just give me a minute. Can you all able to see my screen? Garke and Shoaib, my
Yes,
screen
sir,
is
we
visible.
can see your screen.
Okay. Just a minute. And
Yeah.
Shoaib, how can I able to see the chat of all the peoples?
I'll send you a link, sir, of YouTube chat.
Yeah, please. 1 second. So time being, I'll be yeah, fine. Have you sent the link for chat section? Sorry,
Yes, sir, I've sent you.
1 second. I'll take it out. Guys, 1 second, please. Uh, where will be the chat will be displaying?
So the YouTube live chat, sir.
YouTube live chats, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir, I've sent you the link.
okay, I got it. Okay, so hi Kavan, Rajan, Sivaram, and Bishwat, and Krishna sis. So once again, good evening to all. I personally I welcome all of you into the AIML Essential program by the Let's Upgrade, and I hope that you have gone through the content of what we have been designed for Essential program. So first, let's have a quick overview on the content what we'll be discussing in the Essential part. Then we move on to the topic. And as I asked the question, like this Essential is completely is going to be the fundamentals and basics, and we'll be looking here a lot of logical aspect of terminologies, and we are here to learn the basic fundamental statistics, and with the help of the statistics how things are going to be explored. Things I mean like the information, or you can see the data. So nowadays complete the data are evolving around us, right? So with that data how we can make use of that, how the data boost the revenue of your organization. That's what we are going to discuss. All right, so first let me give you an idea like what exactly the artificial intelligence, right? You would have been came across the definition of AI, ML, GL, and before that, I just want to tell you something on AI, ML. Let me open up another window. Just give me a minute. Just a second. Yeah, good evening to all. I'm getting a message. Good evening message so far. Just give me a thing. Yep, I'm quite comfortable. Okay, so first let us understand what exactly the AI. I think most of you would have an idea about AI. People used to say artificial intelligence. It's completely, rocket science. There is no rocket science in artificial intelligence. All right. So I can give an example to understand exactly uh, what AI can be. All right. So I could say AI is, you know, fuzzy. Have you got an idea about a fuzzy logic? I think I'll remember you all like what exactly the fuzzy is. And if you have an habit of reading a newspaper, or if you are having a habit of reading e-newspaper and everything, so wherein which you used to get a fuzzy problem. What is a fuzzy like? Solving or sentences, all right, arranging some sentences. You can see here something like that you'll be having, and they have given certain constraints. Based on the constraint we have to make the word or whatever else. All right, this is the fuzzy. Or else, in a better way, I can give a best example for you is like chess. We have a chessboard, right, in which there are two person one and person two are playing. All right. So when we play a chess game, each and every move, I could say, is a hypothesis. I could say hypothesis. What is the general meaning of an hypothesis? When something is not determined exactly, that is a situation. We could say it's a hypothetical situation. All right. So when a person is playing P1 and P2, and when the P1 takes, and every move of the P1 doesn't give a guarantee that he will win the match. There is no guarantee, right? So upon every move, the person P1 starts learning. And just let us imagine, like I think our very intelligent person in a chessboard, as of our idea, Anand, right? So you all know about him, Vishwanath Anand. So I think when he play a match, he takes minimum 30 minutes to take a single move. Just imagine it, why he is taking 30 minutes. So how many seconds? 30 into 60, around, what is that? 1800 seconds he is thinking just to take, because it's an average time that he is taking to take a move. He is taking just 1180 800 800 seconds. He is thinking to take a decision whether which move he can take, which means that why he is thinking in such a long time, because there was a ambiguity. There was an ambiguity, or you can say there was an undetermined path. All right, because the move what you are taking, definitely there is no, you have no idea how opponent will react it. So based on the opponent, this move will take you into the winning direction or not. Am I right? So each move is a hypothesis. All right, so fuzzy AI is actually a fuzzy logic. Now you should understand. All right. AI is a fuzzy logic in which every move is going to be an experience, right? So this fuzzy has a lot of way to solve it. All right, let's take, this is the move which leads you winning direction. This is the move which leads you to the loss. It's a one, it's a loss. And this move leads you to loss. This move leads you to loss. This move leads you to won the match, won the match, won the match. So, and every steps you'll be coming across a lot of new steps, right? So when you are won the match by taking these steps, this is going to be called as an experience. All right, experience. So totally you have been played like around 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 times. Out of 7 times, how many times you won the match? 4 times won. And you have lost the match in 3 times. So this was your experience. All right. So when you get more experience, which means that when you play more and more, all right. So let's take a first time the man is playing, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. So definitely the outcome is going to be initially you get loss, and sometimes very rarely you won. All right. And let us assume that till to this, you can't have an idea, you can't have much experience how you should play. All right. So when you play, when you take more number of play, when you take more number of matches, let's take this is the 5,000 match. You have, when you complete the 5,000 matches, then you have a lot of experience or a lot of potential in it. Then you can able to clearly identify or which path is approximately will take you into the winning direction, right? That's what, this is what I could say. What? It's a observation. It's a observation, or you could say it is the past data, or you could say this is the experience. So with this experience, you can simulate, or you can teach the machine in such a way you should react it. The machine can react it, right? So humans are the one who can create the culture, who can create the template, who will guide the machine. According to that, the machine has to be reacted, all right? Because uh, you know directly, without any human, without any experience, machine never learn anything, all right? There should be a minimal input from the human. By that, the machine may be reacting according to the past experience, right? So that's how the AI. So what I've told you as of now, AI is a fuzzy. AI is a fuzzy. So now I have explained what exactly fuzzy. I hope that you all able to understand what exactly fuzzy. What I told, the fuzzy has lot of ways. All right, the fuzzy has lot of ways, because there won't be any single way to solve a problem. There will be a plenty of ways are there to solve a problem. Every way, I could say it is a hypothesis. That's what I could say. It is a H naught, H1, H2, H3, H4, and H5 keeps on Hn. So what is H naught? It is a wave. It's a one way. Then H1 is the another way of solving the method. H2 is the another way of solving the method. So we have plenty of ways. That I could say hypothesis, because let's take like this H1 solves your problem at some time, but you never expect the same way will work out in the next time, because in the next time H4 will be works out, right? So in the next time the Hn is going to be works out, right? So at every point of time, at every junction of the problem solving method, then every unique way is going to be solving your problems. That's what hypothesis, right? So let's take it. What exactly hypothesis is providing? Hypothesis is makes a rule. Hypothesis makes rule. What rule? If you take this way, the chance of getting a won the match is 60%. If you take this way, the probability of solving your problem is going to be 40%, right? That is the rule. So using the hypothesis, the fuzzy will create the rule, right? Based on the rule, the machine understand the nature of the behavior, all right? So I think, because people used to say like in a single word is it's a kind of automated systems wherein which the machine can take a dynamic decisions, but you should understand exactly, all right? So in a nutshell, I could say AI is a rule based learning. That's what AI is, a rule based learning mechanism. So when you buy any artificial intelligence book, you never and ever find a concrete algorithm or technique or solutions. You will be finding lot of rules for different types of problems. All right. So in a AI, only rules have been defined, but that rules cannot be made as a template. The rule cannot be made as a constant algorithm, right? So we have multiple problems, we have multiple solutions. Based on all the solutions, the AI builds a rule. And if you want to work with AI, then if your problem lies onto the particular rules, make use of it. And if you have another set of problem, then there will be a lot of rules in the AI. Just go and have a look onto it. And if you have impressed with the another way of solving the problem, take that rule. So you have to make use of the rule according to your problems. All right. So that's the reason why people always used to say, yeah, is a rule-based learning, right? So I could say rule-based learning. So rule, I said, it is an algorithm. What is a rule actually? So if you go this, it takes, there is a like let us understand, let us explore. All right. So there was a source, and you have a destination here. All right. So I could say, let us take here. All right. So if you the path is, if you go from this to this and from this to this, let us take A, B, and C. So if you go via B, the junction B, you could reach your target very simply. That is the rule number one. All right. If you go with this way, if you go take this and that and this and this, and you can reach here, it takes long path. It is another way of rule. So what exactly the rules? The rules are very simple. I could say in a simplest programming way, the if then else are the algorithm. If then else is exactly the algorithm. Can you imagine if you people have belonged to computer science, or if you people came across with any programming languages, when you want to solve any problem, can you imagine without using the conditions, can you solve a problem? Definitely the answer is no. So without if then else or without the conditions, will you able to solve a problem? The answer is no. So what exactly the algorithm? Don't think that algorithm is a very big rocket science, like it is a bigger part we can't able to understand very easily. So it's a very simplest thing. Algorithm is just a if then else conditions. All right. So using the if then else conditions, we build a algorithm. What exactly the next is algorithm? Algorithm is actually a standardized way to approach the problem. I hope you got to understand, right? So standardized way to approach the problem. So what we have to do it, we have to write a, we have to fix the standard rule in which all the problems are going to be solved. That's it. That is the algorithm. So even in artificial intelligence, the algorithm is not yet standardized. All right, but it will be depicts you like these are the plenty of ways of things are there to solve the problem. That's it. All right. Then you might be asking a question. Then who will be here to solve all the problems? So, sir, you have been telling like just AI is a rule-based learning. It has the lot of rules. It has the observation. It has the algorithm. Even though you are telling like the algorithm is not standardized way or not a constant template, then how could AI help you or help us to solve a problem? Am I right? Definitely, you might be asking those questions. All right. Then the answer for that is the next one. The answer for that question is AI has lot of questions. Hence, and I have told AI doesn't do anything. It just creates a rule. But who will be here to solve the problem? Right. That is what we have another thing called machine learning. Right. So we have another unique component called machine learning. So what exactly the machine learning? So machine learning, I could say it's a subset of AI. It is the subset of AI. I could write in this order. So AI, right? ML. So H, and this could be the subset. So ML is the subset of AI. but it has the unique features like it has the concrete thing called stats and algorithm, right? So machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence which deals with the statistics of your information. Whether of the statistics, then there was a predefined algorithm were available. So the algorithm is nothing but actually predefined technique. There was a predefined technique which was already available in the market that we'll be taking it and we'll be exploring to solve a problem. That's it. So what exactly the ML deals with? Statistics and algorithm. So you have to learn all the different aspects of statistics of your data. With the statistics, how you are going to select the right algorithm to solve your problem. Right? So that is the ML part. Right? So ML is exactly stats and what? There was a predefined algorithm. All right. Okay. And you might be wondering like what sort of problem the ML is going to be solved. So the machine learning can solve all type of problem. The answer is no, because machine learning never solves all the problems. The machine learning algorithms cannot, solve your, object deduction. Definitely, it is very very difficult to solve your problem in terms of machine learning. And facial recognition can be done with the help of machine learning. Of course we can do it, but it takes a lot of time and lot of resources, lot of infrastructure to be utilized to do the things, and which creates a very very complex things. That's the reason why like machine learning algorithms cannot be used like for the reduction. So nowadays we have a lot of real world problems. Like if there was a, like you just imagine there was a finance sector, there was a banking. The banking, the thefts are happening in all the way, because now the world has been reached the high amount of the technology, right? High level of the technology. But though still every day some thefts are happening. But how the hackers are doing that? Still we have the enough strong technology, but how they crack the firewall of those technologies. All right. So in that cases, machine learning has some lacks to compete those kind of problems. That was the missing in the machine learning. So what are those kind of problems which couldn't able to solve the machine learning as easily? I'll just list it out. All right. So you take object tracking. All right. So what exactly the object tracking? So you have your mobile phone with you. All right. So you'll be walking to the shopping complex, but knowingly or unknowingly, the mobile was dropped out of your packet. So immediately someone is gives an alarm to you that your mobile was dropped, it was lost. So when the mobile is going to be moved out of your body, out of your physical fiction, then immediately if something gets alarmed, then it is very easy, right? So that's what that is the one of the object tracking, right? Because mobile phone was keeps on tracking whether it will be in along with your body or not, along with your dresses or not. If goes out of the way, then you should get intimated. That's the one thing. And and there will be a bunches of people's way traveling from one part of the region to other part of the region. So all they have been onboarded into the airlines. So when they go into the airlines, there might be a chances, because very well like there was some when you travel from India to Canada or India to US, then there will be a one or two connectivity will be there, right? So when the connectivity happens, there might be a chance to exchange the peoples. It happens. This was actually happened. All right. In that cases, we have a lot of systems to check whether the same persons are coming or not. All right. But instead of that, you don't restrict the peoples, because when you are restricting, when you are checking more and more on the clients get dissatisfied, then they won't be coming to the business the next time for you, so that would be the loss for you sometimes. Am I right? So instead of that, just the peoples can walk and go. You don't restrict anywhere in the place of the aerodrome. Then and everybody's keep on watching, right? So when peoples are entering into the particular connectivity flight, then they'll be onboarded. Yeah, you are welcome. If some unknown persons are coming in, then the system automatically says you are unknown persons, and just go back and keep all the validity and come back to it. So the machine rejects the person. All right. So there will be a complete efficient way of handling and dealing the peoples. For that, you have to implement motion face recognition. All right. That would be the next application. So as like that, I could keep on add in the stack, but I don't want to only telling the applications. So these are the things which couldn't be implemented by a ML as easily. That's the problem. All right. So to deal with multimedia, because and one more thing I just want to tell you all, like, then what sort of problem the ML is going to be solved? The ML can very efficiently solve a problem like numeric data. Got it right? So when you have a numeric data at your hand, the best or the finest way of solving those problem is actually the ML, machine learning itself. All right. So when you have the multimedia data, all right. So when you have multimedia data, what is actually the multimedia? I could say image, video, speech, and spatial data. All right. So all these data are very hard to handle by the ML. So to specifically to handle and analyze these sort of data, we have a technique called, what is that? DL. DL stands for deep learning. So deep learning is a subset of AI as well as a subset of ML. So we can learn exactly, we can able to have an idea exactly how the multimedia inputs or data are going to be analyzed or processed, how the insights are going to be taken out. All right. I think now you got to understand, right, what exactly. So I have told you in machine learning, statistics algorithm plays a major role. That is what we are going to learn. In similar to that, you might be asking a question, sir, what we are going to learn in deep learning, right? What we are going to learn in deep learning? What sort of algorithm and techniques we are going to explore here? I can tell you, like, all right, here exactly we are going to learn how human brain system are functioning, right? How human brain system are functioning. So can anyone have an idea how human brains are functioning? Right. It's, of course, we have no idea. Like, I could roughly draw, like, just imagine this could be the brain in which bunches of neurons have been interconnected, right? Just bear with me, I'm not good at diagram. Just for your references, I'll be just drawing it. All right, just imagine it. These are the neurons, and this is the brain structure. All right. So we don't have any concrete number of neurons which is available in the human brain, which is roughly the doctor has came an idea like 10 power 12. All right. So this many number of neurons are there approximately in the human brain, right? In approximately, this count is not a standard or static way. It's approximate one, right? Approximately 10 power 12. Just imagine 10 power 12. I don't know, in terms of a numeric, how could we refer it, right? Those many number of neurons are there in our brain, but every neuron has the connectivity to every other neuron, which means that if you take the neuron 1, and let us assume that you have a 1,000 neurons in your brain, this neuron will be connected with all 1,000 as such. Similarly, if you take this neuron, this will be having a interlink or connectivity to all the neurons, this one, this. For that, I could put as such. All right, I could say this. So if you have 100 neurons, 1,000 neurons, if you take the 1 versus 999, then you take another one out of this 999, that will be connected with all other 999 neurons. So it will be creating a unimaginable network, which means that in all the way the informations are going to be passing, which means that the day one which you born, from that moment onwards, all the inputs. What is the actual input of a brain, right? What is the input of a brain? Just let us take, it's a human, it's a baby, right? Let us take, it's a born baby. How the born baby takes the inputs? There are only 3 ways of taking the input of a humans. The one is high vision, the second one sound, and third one sense or smell. All right, so these are the, because we have another way, but these are the 3 unique way the inputs are going to be given to the any human or any persons. All right, so via the high vision, the image is going to be taken and it kept inside it. So if you have a brain, from the day 1 to until your last breath of your moment, all the information is going to be stored in this every neurons. That's the reason why, like, after your schools and you have been completing your college days and you'll be working after 20 years, you'll be going out, and suddenly you'll be meeting someone, then your minds is instructing, or minds is, there will be some shock is coming out, like, hey, I have seen this guy or this girl somewhere else. This face is very known face to me, but you can't able to recognize or remember the name of the particular person, since he or she was your school buddies, which means that they have your own 5th standard or 6th standard. But the features, the eye visions and everything, your internal neurons are saying that is what familiar, but your external memories are not triggering or not activating the particular neurons to remember this person is my schoolmate. He was my 5th standard schoolmate. He was my 8th standard schoolmate. So that for that we'll be taking some little bit extra time to keep remember, which means that the external neurons, this is the neurons which captures the recent memory, recent images, and this is the memory which has been stored when the same guy was in 5th standard. Now your age is, like, let us take in 5th standard, your age is 8. Now your age is going to be 25. So almost 13 to 14 years down the line, the same kind of persons are, or you are able to meet it. Then the recent images was stored here, the old memories was stored here, but this neuron passes the information. The 20 to 30% of the features are matching with the 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 old memories. So that's the reason why we'll be striking out, and you'll be thinking. The think is nothing but the power of thinking is nothing but your neurons are matching the features or matching the information to the inner neurons or to your older neurons when there was a threshold. Actually, your brain is running completely based on the electrical signal. All right, so we have a very phenomenal logic is running in our brain. So I have no idea exactly, but I'll be telling for your references when 30% of the features are matching. If 30% of the features are matching with the olden one, right? With the olden one, then your brain started to think. Your brain starts think. When your brain started thinking, much more feature are going to be extracted from the recent to the past. Then if this percentage, the matching probability increases to 40%, then immediately your neurons is completely remembering or recollecting all the information. Hey, he's the person A and B. He was my schoolmate. He is from so and so places, right? Then this neurons is firing out. So when the neuron crosses the threshold, the neurons collects all the information, then it's activated. When the neuron gets activated, all the things can be revoked. It's like a recovery. All right. I hope that you could remember what actually recovery and rollback. Okay, just map all these into the recovery and rollback. Right. Because when you miss some of the files in your operating system or in your files, then what you do, because you are keep on searching, you couldn't be able to find out, then completely it's going to be rolled back and the fresh memory is going to be started. And after that, sometimes when you are recovering, the files are going to be extracted. All right. So this is the neuron structure. The same neurological system is going to be designed for a machine in such a way machine can read all the inputs and can be processed. All right. So this human neuron system can be called as a, all the neurons have interconnected each other. So this is the neuron network. I could say it's a human neural network. Human neural networks. But the same neural networks has to be, embedded for a machine. Right? The thought process came into the, came as a technology. Why can't we emerge? Why can't we embed the human memory system for a machine so that it is very, very easy to remember and recollect, automate, and machine itself, collects the information or generates the information. With that, it can be predicted. All right, got it. So it's a human neural networks that can be transferred to the machine. So that can be called as a artificially we are making a neuron system for a machine. That's what artificial neural network. All right. So this is the way the artificial neural network came into the picture. All right. So this ANN is completely, we could call it as a deep learning. What exactly the deep learning? When you are adding the more number of neurons, which means that the thinking are going deeper and deeper. So we could call it as a deep learning. All right. So I could, for your easy understanding, I'll just draw a one diagram. This is the one neuron. All right. This is the output neuron. So this was input. This is what output neuron. This is the intermediate neuron, right? If this is what I can say layer one neurons. But when I can have more number of layers, I could say this is input, this is output. It's all layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. All these layer was emerged, was embedded in between to the input and output. So we used to say it is a hidden layer. What it is? Hidden layer. Hidden layer 1, 2, 3. So when we have more number of hidden layers, then thinking goes so deep. That's the reason why we could call it as a, it's a deep learning. So what exactly you'll be learning in deep learning? Exactly how neurons are working, neurons are functioning, what are all the triggering functions or methods are available in the neural networks, and how the inputs are going to be processed. What was the list of algorithm that were predefined algorithms or available to solve your problem or to solve your applications, like object tracking, face recognition, and voice navigations, right? And the very good example is Alexa, all right, and Siri. So it's all completely based out of the, you know ANN, artificial neural networks, right? So these are the things we are going to be detailedly discussing in, in masters as well as the advanced program. All right. Okay. So uh, I'll give a 1 or 2 minutes of break, and not break actually. If you feel any questions or anything wants to be clarified, you can put up your questions, and and I'm very glad to take answer you all of your questions if you have anything. So even you can post in the chat, and even our moderator will be there, and she could put your question in terms of your voice, and we'll be discussing. So any question, guys, if you want, you can put up in the post or chat. So we were discussed very very basic things. Alright. So don't think that
So
while,
there are some doubts.
yeah, please, yeah, Garki.
Yeah, you can continue. Like someone is asking that is there any other network rather than CNN? So if you can explain the basic networks like other than CNN.
Yeah, of course, of course. Um, yeah, somebody was were asked a question like, do we have a algorithm other than CNN? Of course, we have, guys. I'll just listing out what are the different types of artificial neural networks algorithms who are available. So as you guys told, CNN is a convolutional neural network, right? And you have a family of CNN, because CNN is not actually a you know single algorithm. It has the family, because CNN is the one by which you can solve all the problem as I told before, right? All the object tracking, facial, for every uh, problem which you deal with the image or video, you can make use of the CNN. So CNN has a lot of variants in it. I'll just put it. So you have a, fast CNN and RCNN, faster CNN. All right. So these are all the variants of the your CNN. And apart from the CNN, you have another algorithm called RNN, recurrent neural network. What is that? Recurrent neural networks. And then you have a feed forward neural networks. That's what FFNN, feed forward neural networks. All right. And then I could say like there was a thing called LSTM. So the LSTM is long short-term memory. So along with the LSTM, you can add LSTM CNN, LSTM RNN, right? And very basically, because these whatever I'll be sharing right now, it's all advanced algorithm, right? But there was some basic techniques are there. What are those basic things? Single layer perceptron, SLP. It stands for single layer perceptron. There was a multi-layer perceptron, and with the help of single and multi-layer, you could able to solve all types of problem like a time series and so on. So as of now, just have idea, because still we have a lot more, on artificial neural networks algorithms are available, but don't go on, very deeply, because without knowing all the things, if you think, then you couldn't able to understand what exactly the fundamentals. All right. So I'll be limiting. These are the very, very familiar algorithm which was come up with a deep learning module. Your question got solved, or still you have any questions, you can post it.
So I am very much clear with the solution. So we have one more doubt, that what is the scope of AI and ML, like in terms of jobs? This is the
Yeah,
most frequent question that we are getting till this
of
point.
course.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Being as a fresher or being as experienced, everybody asking what will be the scope of the machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning. The scope is going to be enormous. The thing is that still the industry are expecting more number of people wanted to be given employment in terms of ML and AL and DL, but very, very few people are having the best or efficient knowledge on top of your AIML skill set. The problem is everybody, because as you people are asking, everybody is asking the algorithm. So what are the important algorithm? If I say CNN, you'll be go through the net and you'll be just taking out, picking out, and you have an idea how to build a CNN model. But nobody have an knowledge on how, nobody have an mathematical knowledge on how the CNN is mathematically constructed. What is the parameters or metrics which is used to fine tuning your algorithm? All right, it's very simple, right? Because I can ask you a very simple questions. How do you solve a problem of like no problem? I'll give one thing. I have a number 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, it's a one number. I just want, because you should write a program which has to, say how many digits of a given number. Because visually I know how many digits is there for. Can anyone tell me what is the logic? Because most of you people, because I'm not telling to everybody, in 70% of people, if I ask you to write a program, and everybody can write the program, because since you have been gone through the internet, you have been gone through the, because your faculty has been teaching you, then you simply you are taking, and this is what n, and you are checking conditions, blah 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 blah, you'll be writing. But if I change the same thing in a small, if I change the problem, if I twist the problem in a simplest way, you couldn't be able to solve the problem. And people, some of you people have an idea how to find out the digits of a given number. With the same logic, I'm asking you to identify whether the given number is a Armstrong or not, and what exactly the Armstrong number. So if you say, if I take 153, and you could remember 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube, the result of this gives the same number, then I could say this 153 is the Armstrong number. All right, but actually the logic of this Armstrong number is quite similar to the finding the digits of a given number. But the person who knows only to solve a problem of finding a digits in a number, but they shouldn't apply the same logic on top of the Armstrong number to check the given number is Armstrong or not. So what I'm trying to convey here is like, whatever you study, when you study with the backbone of your algorithm, then wherever you want, you can go and you can get an employment. There is no doubt in it. But without knowing or having an idea about the backbone of the algorithm, simply if you are working with the front end or front part, then it's you'll be finding a difficulties to clear your interviews. So that's the answer for you all. Is there any other questions?
No, sir. They were the most frequent questions, and they are very much clear to all of us. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, guys. So don't worry, like don't worry about the jobs and all. And whatever you learn from the scratch, and you should know each and every step of the process. And if anybody asks you questions, you never say no to explain. All right. So who will be the persons? All right. If anyone can ask you questions, you are in the position to answer for that. So if you learn in such a way, then you never you never bother about your jobs and employment. Definitely, it will come to you. And that is the only problem. Most of the peoples are struggling to get a job in AIML because everybody learns the frontal part. Like they take the algorithm, they take some data, interpret it, and they'll be coming out outcome. But if I ask why the outcome is not good, they have no answer. I'll be asking, can the data or can the algorithm give them more performance? They have no idea. All right. So you should focus more on the mathematical part of the all these aspects. Then definitely you'll get a job in a very good reputed organization. Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead with the next part. So this is what I've just told you the difference between AI, ML, and deep learning. You can see here when I say artificial intelligence, it says if then else rules. What is the if then else rules? It's just an algorithm. That's a rules. When come to the ML, clearly I have defined it is a statistical technique. With the help of statistics, you can explore with an algorithm how the problems are going to be solved. And deep learning, very comfortably deep learning are constructed to solve a multimedia data. That's it. And these are the leading recruiters because I've been just posted only very few names of the industry. But apart from that, there will be a plenty of recruiters who are watching the peoples really who are good at good at ML from the scratch to deployment. Okay, so the learning, as I told you, this is what are learning. So Python, it's a basic thing, and you'll be having an idea what mathematical foundations because at the end of this essentials, you have some mathematical notations because in your when the essential comes in your mind and there was some mathematics. All right, I'll be giving the glimpse of the mathematics. And the next objective is you have the very fundamental level of machine learning algorithms and how these algorithms will help you to solve the problem. And I'm going to give us some case studies how these algorithms will deploy on top of the problem to come up with an insights. All right, so this is the outcome, and let's keep it. Instead of going forward to this slide, I'll go with always the manual writing, scribbling. That makes sense, I think. So that I always strongly believe into that whiteboard marking. All right, because when we run the slide, like people used to get, you know, that is the standard way of text over there. Then you'll be looking here. Then sometimes you'll get bored. So when I draw something else, when I put something over there, then your concentration will be more attentive than the running the slide. That's the reason why I always go with this kind of manual writing. All right, fine. And even in a manual writing, I can explain, I can write whatever I want, I feel to make you all understand. Great. So let's take machine learning. We know the machine learning is mainly focused on stats and algorithm. All right. And before that, I just want to give a glimpse of an idea like how statistics is significant, how statistics are very important for you in terms of data science or machine learning, whatever the case. I take it. So you have like, let us assume that you're all a fresher, but sorry, some of the experienced people have been participated. Okay, I'll be taking the very basic example to make you all understand. All right. So there was let us take a mark 10, 20, 24, not a bigger value. I can take a smaller value so that the statistical computation is going to be much easier. All right, so just a minute. I'll take 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, or 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let us assume that it's some, sales, number of sales of any product. Okay, just assume in that way, or else I can generally let's take an X. It is a X. All right, but in real time, this is going to be this represents some of the real world quantities or real world measures actually. All right. So when you want to get it something, let us take it is the day one. Day one, there was only one, one product was sold out. Day two is the 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, and so on. Day 1 to day 10. So how do we approach this problem as a business point of view? What is the average number of products was sold out by a particular employee? Let us take this is the salesman. Right, the task was given to a salesman. He has to sell a product in a 10 days. Right, how much of products he is been telling into the 10 days. Right. So obviously, like the industry, the organization, because at the end of the last day, he has told the 10 products, but the industry won't price for you. Right, the industry won't immediately recognize for you, because still the industry always expects what is the average sales. Right, what is the average sales? What exactly the average? So, and what is the average actually? Average is actually what? Mean, right? Technically speaking, mean is the average. So just add everything and divide by the number of days. All right, so 1 plus 10, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think roughly it's going to be 55, if I'm not wrong. So if you have a calculator, just check it out. So we have a count as 55, divide by 10, right? That is the average, right? So I should write the formula for mean equal to summation of xi. What is summation? Addition of all the x term divide by the total number of n. So I could say the summation of xi is actually 55. The number is 10. I could say it is the 5.5. Am I right or wrong? So the mean is going to be represented x bar or mu. So mathematically you can represent x bar or mu, both represent it is a mean value. Got it right? So let me mark here. So the mean is 5.5. Then industry is asking you, from the average sales, what was the every day he deviates the business, right? If it is the average sales is a 5.5, what is the difference or variance in the day one with respect to this mean value? This is what difference, right? What is that? What is the difference or variance day one sales with respect to the average sales? What is that? The variance is 1 minus 5.5. Am I right? 1 minus 5.5. So what is the outcome? Minus 4.5. But always the variance shouldn't be measured as a negative, right? So in order to eliminate this negative, what we can do it? Guys, go back your school days. It's very, very interesting. See, when we start dealing with the statistics, really when you are involving in it, it makes much interesting onto you to learn about it, because people always used to say, what is the formula of mean? It is add everything, divide by n, but in which, what is the inferences, what is the statistical inferences as a machine learning engineer that you are going to take out. That's very, very important. All right. See, guys, whatever I'll be discussing, these are the fundamental basic questions you can expect from the interview. Definitely, they'll be asking what is the variance, what is the mean value, what is the interrelation or interdependency with the mean and its a variance. All right. Just give your maximum attention here. Don't leave it since it is a very, very basic. Okay, fine. So here, let us take this the x, right? I could write a generalized formula for your for the variance. Just a minute. So I can define a formula for variance. Variance equal to, how can I, it is a x, right? I can check generally xi. This is the first element. So xi. So it is a xi minus, what is this value? This is what? X bar, or you can say mu. All right, I can say x bar. X bar is the mean value. If you want to find out the one single point variances, this is quite enough. I stands for 1 to n. All right. So if you want to find out the variance of the first instances of your feature, I could write it. But in the outcome, we'll be getting a minus 4.5. I cannot measure the variance as a minus 4.5. The difference I should tell, but the differences I cannot tell in a negative way. So here the objective is we have to eliminate the negative term here. This negative, how do we eliminate the negative? When you want to take the square of this particular value, the negative is going to be eliminated. Got it, right? So xi minus x bar, that the whole square. All right. So this is the one single instances variance with respect to the mean value. But again, the mean is not going to be, sorry, the variance is not going to be measured only one single point. The variance are going to be measured from the day 1 to day 10. What is the variance from each and every day to its average sales? That is what the variance. So in a generic way, I could write it this formula: variance is equal to summation of xi minus x bar, that the whole square. Right? But I want to get an average variance. What is that? Average variance. How do I get the average variance? Just divide everything into the n. We get average variance. But the beauty thing here is, let us take this one. When you want to square this term, 4.5, right? Let us assume that only 4. Just leave the 0.5 fractions, right? Let us assume that 4. So minus 4 into minus 4, your answer is going to be minus into minus become plus, 4 into 4, 16. So actually your difference was, your variance was 4. It was much exaggerated as a 16. So why do we explore that as a 16? Just to remove or eliminate the negativity in the outcome. So after taking squares, your variance is going to be shown in a bigger value, but that is not the actual variance. So again, when you want to shrink the value back to the original position, so now I'll be sorry, very sorry, 1 minute. Yeah, by mistakenly it was zoomed in. Okay, fine. Now we are here to like compress the 16 as a 4. How do we downgrade the 16 as a 4? Because the variance is actually you want to keep as a 4. When you want to take a square root of the 16, can you get 4, right? This is the magic here, right? So because when you are looking the formula into the equation, like variance equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar to the whole square, you'll be finding over there, but you can't able to understand what was the backbone of this strategy, right? So why we are squaring it up? This is what variance. And there is another term you will be always trending when we deal with the statistics. This would be the very significant statistical component. Everybody is keep on talking about these things. That is what standard deviation. Standard deviation. The I have generally told me variance. What is the variance? Variance is actually deviation, right? What is the deviation from day one sales with respect to the average sales? That is the deviation. What is the standard deviation? Taking, because we are standardizing the value, we are shrinking the value, right? Taking square root, that's it. 1 by n square root of xi minus x, that the whole square, right? Got it, right? So I should take out this n here, I should put here. So now this 16, after taking square root, the 16 becomes 4. That's very simple. So this is what standard deviation we used to say. What is that? Standard deviation is sigma, right? This is the formula for estimating the standard deviations. All right. So now I hope that you can little bit able to understand it. So what is this deviations or variance in the second feature? It's going to be -3 after taking squares and taking the standard deviation. You'll be getting something like that. It is going to be 3. From this point to this point, you'll be getting 3 minus 5 is what? 2, 4, right? It's going to be 1. So I could just a minute. I'll be deleting and I'll be drawing for your better understanding. Okay, fine. So let's put 2 here. This is what actually roughly we have taken 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here you have to find the difference. This is what 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just take it out. Can you find any similarities in it? This is the magic thing again. All right. So if your sales is going to be a linear way, what is that? Day one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If your sales was goes linearly, day one you have sold 1 product, day 2 you are selling 2 product. With the help of the previous day experience, you are selling out another 1 product. Again, if day progresses, linearly your sales are going to be increasing when you have the linear data, because this data whatever we'll be taking is a linear data, right? So whatever we'll be considering here is a linear data, since gradually the input is keep on increasing. All right, so it's a linear data. When we have a linear data, then you could find out the deviation as like this: 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Starts increasing, coming down, because when the central, what is the central value of the actual input? 5. When the central values are coming out, then in the central value your variance are 0, right? And after that again gradually the variance are increasing, right? So this is the actual distributions. I could say if you put a graph like this, and we will be talking about these graph little later very detailedly, don't worry about it. This is what normal distribution, right? So this point, and don't worry guys, and just I'm refreshing, that's it. Because if we keep on talking the normal distribution, and we will be taking around 20 hours only for statistics, right? This part will be detailedly discussing in the upcoming programs. So here normal distribution, this is the mean value, the mean. What is the mean actually? 5. And after that, before that, mu minus 1. This part is the mu minus 1. Mu minus 1 is actually, this is 1. 1. This is 2, 3, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 1 is going to be here. Sorry, 1 is going to be here. 2 is going to be here. 3 and 4. So this will create a normal distributions. All right. So what I'm trying to say is a variance should be there, and how the variance are going to be calculated for your information with respect to your mean value. And when the variance is important, and sure you'll be telling variance, how the variance are going to be calculated with this statistical value, what I'm going to understand, right? That is the questions you should ask actually. What is the understand, or what is the inferences I can take it about my data? All right, if the variance are good, let us take, let just you understand, like this is the ECG signal of any humans. When the ECG signal goes as like this, no problem. What it depicts actually, this ECG signal represents that person is live. Am I right? The person is live. At some point, the ECG signal goes very high and coming down. At this point, all the doctors are coming out. I don't know why, because this is the threshold level. Let us assume that 120 is the maximum number of heartbeats, and 40 is the minimum threshold level. So if your heartbeats goes 40 to 120, no problem. Don't mistake me, because I'm not sure about it 40 or 120. And for our understanding, I'll be taking the minimum threshold is 40 and maximum heartbeat rate is 120. Right? It might be in real time, it might be something else. So here, when at certain point it goes like 1500 heartbeats, definitely this is a danger. All right, which means that, what is this one 1500? What is the average heartbeats? Average heartbeats is 80. Always your actual input is goes around the 80, which means that maximum it goes up to 120, minimum it goes 40. When your heartbeat goes behind 120 and goes fall down below 40, that might be a risky one. In this is what a huge variance. When we have a huge variance, that leads to problem. What problem is going to be happen? And after a hour or after a minute, the person is no more. So what I'm trying to say is, when you have a huge variance in your data, that is useless data. You should understand here. When you have a very huge variance in your information, if you find out or if you encounter, that data is useless for you to build any model. Because since when you have a huge variance, or when you have a huge heartbeats as 1500, definitely after sometimes that person is going to be no more, because which is very abnormal uncertainty. And next case, you can take it out. The next case is going to be, after that this person heartbeat is not going up, it's going flatten. You see the yellow line, it goes flatten. Or else I could take some other color. Yeah, you could see this pink color is going to be flatten. What this represents, this part represents what? There is no variance. There is no variance. No variance in the data. When there is no variance, when you encounter zero variance in your data, that is dead data. When the ECG signal goes as a straight line, the person is no more. Am I right? So this statistics variance is used to estimate whether your information is going to be a significant one, or whether your information is the useless data or useless informations. When you encounter a useless information, definitely with that data, if you make any forecasting model or any prediction, that prediction won't be a significant one. That's it. Right. So with that, I'm going to stop here, and I'm very much appreciate if you ask your questions, because since this is actually the core part of your essentials, right? Because without these essentials, we can't move into the machine learning. Okay, guys, if you have any questions about the statistics, what we have discussed as of now, you can ask it.
Yes, guys, please mention your doubts in the chat section. We are all here to take your doubts. Yes, Gargi, do we have any doubts?
I think so, actually. There are no major doubts as such.
Stats for discrete.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ranji T is asking stats for discrete data. See, Ranji, uh, we have had discussed only the basic steps. And furthermore, the next session, I might be exploring you what are the types of data, what is continuous data, what is discrete data, right? And what is real data, what is non-real. So when I come to that part, I can explain you how these statistics are going to be helpful for the discrete data. All right, so that will be the new topic. So I don't want to take the new topic as of now. So we have a separate statistical metrics to explore the discrete data that we will discuss in the next session. As of now, if you have any questions, whatever we have discussed so far, that you can ask your questions. See, Sujata Rai is asking 140 heartbeat so dangerous. Yeah, that's what I've completely surrendered for you, because I have no idea in the what could be the minimum and maximum. For a rough estimation to make you understand, I have taken the minimum was 40 and maximum was 120. And if you find that would be the 90, you can take it up.
Yes, sir. I don't think we have any more doubts coming up.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. It has been an amazing session with you. Thank you, Gargi, for being with us.
Yeah.
Guys, just make sure you mark your attendance. The assignments are not at all compulsory, but they are good for your practice. We'll be providing assignments on the community. If you have any doubts, reach us at community. The link was already shared by Gargi. It is community.letsupgrade.in. We have a team there, our support team that will be helping you out. And make sure you mark your attendance. And I am very, very sure that I'll see every one of you tomorrow. So let's meet tomorrow, same time with the same and we had today. Thank you, guys.